Have you ever wanted to engrave an Apple Watch band on the Glowforge? Well, look no further. That's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm Ashley and this is Chip Builds, and today we're going to make a couple of bluey watch bands. So let's check it out. Okay, so in order to engrave these watch bands perfectly, we're going to use a jig. So I have this piece of cardboard in the laser, and over here in my little layers panel, I have my little outline that I'll cut out in cardboard, and then I've ignored my artwork layers. You want to do this, otherwise it will just engrave into the cardboard and it will waste a bunch of time. So let's set the focus. I'm going to hit these 3 dots, click set focus, and do right in the middle of this cardboard. Okay, so that looks good to go. So I'm going to come up here to the ready button, and then I'm going to just click continue from this warning because I know it'll be okay. If this shows up in your laser, make sure you're taking the necessary precautions. I'm not responsible if something happens. So I'm going to hit continue, and then this will take just about a minute to do it. And then we can hit the magic button, and then we can watch the Glowforge do its magic. Okay, so the cardboard is finished cutting. So what we can do is we can then go in here and carefully pull out these pieces of cardboard. You want to make sure that you're not messing with the jig to where it goes out of place. Okay, so now we'll place our pieces of the watch in. Now I gotta just be careful because that is from a previous one that I did. So I just need to make sure that I don't use that one by accident. All right, that looks good to me. Okay, so now in our Glowforge interface, we are going to ignore these cut layers, and then we can hit engrave for these other ones. I just do a custom setting, which is 600 speed, 75 power, and just engraving one time. So the key thing here is we are not going to refocus. We are going to just trust that the camera of the Glowforge is going to do what it needs to do. So we'll hit ready again. So it looks like it'll take just about an hour to do both of these watch bands. Okay, so these are done now, and so what I like to do is, because there's so much soot on it, I just kind of take this and then I just kind of slap it against there. That way I can get some of the big chunks of the soot off before I wash it. So what I use to clean the watch bands is this Dawn Power Wash. This has worked the best for me, and then I just saturate the watch bands in it, and then I just take a very cheap toothbrush and then I will just scrub this out. So sometimes I like to use the edge of the sink to really get into those lines where the soot is hiding, especially if you're doing a more detailed piece like I am. Alternatively, you can just literally bend it, but I think this works a little bit easier. So unfortunately, there's no like real trick to this. It's just a lot of muscle power and getting through it. Sometimes it looks good to you too, but then once it dries, it will reveal that there's still some soot in there. So sometimes you have to do this process more than once. So I'm just doing my best to make sure I get it as clean as possible. The plus side to doing this is your hands get really soft. See, this one has a lot of soot in it. You can tell because it's so dark. Periodically too, sometimes I like to add some more soap. So now that you've washed out all the soot from the watch band, what I like to do is I like to lay it out on a paper towel upside down, and then once it's dry, then we can attach it to our watch. All right though, but honestly, this watch band looks so freaking cool. I love it. So this isn't the watch band that I'm gonna wear all the time. I really mostly just made it for this video, and especially because I know bluey's popular with a lot of kids right now, and so if you're a parent, you know, you might want to make this for yourself. The file for this watch band will be available on my Patreon. So if you want it, you can grab it over there. I might put it on Etsy, I'm just not sure. But thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or anything about this video, and I'll do my best to get back to you. So see you guys. But this thing actually turned out really cool.